Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Dan's Code Traders Hub. It's Dan here, taking you through today's analysis and of course as always. Sorry for the delay today. We are starting very late because I had some challenges with streaming accounts. Somehow Google had logged me out and I was trying to figure out my password again, but later sorted it out. So here we are. So without any further minutes, prayer and then start off with today's session. Father, we give you praise. We thank you for this very beautiful morning. I thank you for last week and the success that you gave us last week, and now we are starting the new week. We are here to start a new week. God, give us good wins, good success, Lord, in this week as we progress to gaining a lot of money and all that for the glory of your name. We give you praise. Thank you for the signals today. Thank you for the entries and the exits. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, right. Crush 500. Crush 500. So those who actually made money last week, please go ahead and comment in the comment section right there. We congratulate you on all the wins that you got. So Crush 500 has been going on like this. Those who are actually connected to the community, to the WhatsApp channel, you know, I've been even Saturday and Sunday, I kept on updating you on Crush 500. So hopefully you guys made money. So the first entry that I made on Saturday was this. I remember sharing it, and I told you wait for a retracement, and the retracement actually happened right here. Those who remember that the retracement was this. I told you to wait for the retracement. So anyone who waited for the retracement, I hope you entered entries right about here. So that's what happened. Gave us that lower low, and now we made more entries. Took my profits right there. I took my profits right there. That was on Saturday. Those who remember, I shared everything. And now, once I took my profits, I told you, let's now wait for a retracement of the H1. And I've been waiting for this retracement. This was a retracement and not much enough. But anyway, anyone who took it still made some good money. I was still waiting for this retracement. But when it came back to this level right here, I went to H4, saw that it was a level on H4. In me, I thought to take entry, and we may not see it come back to this order block. We may not see it. Notice I'm saying we may, it's a probability. We may not see it since it has touched the one in H4. Since it has touched that of H4 right there. So we may not see it, and it has touched it now 2 times. So now that's why I said we may not see it come back down to this H1 or B right there. So, but anyways, this level is still valid. So I made my entry last night. Right there after it had made that pull. So I made my entry right there, and I'm still in it. I'm looking at taking it all the way there. That is the first TP there. Of course, if you're on H1, this is your first TP. If you're trading in H1, that will be your first TP. But if you're in H4, break even, because now if it comes back, it may take me out right here. So I'd rather break even, put it just below that order block on H1, and wait for the pullback. If the pullback happens, then it will take me out and come and activate my buy limit that is on this H1 4B right about there. So that's how I'm trading this asset. So last week we made a lot of money. This was Sunday, Saturday. We stopped on Friday. This is where we stopped on, and clearly whatever we anticipated came through. Pull back here. So I don't remember if we took this trade. Let me check. Yes, I entered the trade. It took me out. It took me out here. But yet it was another retest. So it retested again, and then I was supposed to enter, but it was already late night, so I didn't make that entry again. So what I did was to recover on that Saturday. The money they took here, I recovered right about here. So right now I'm also adding more profits as we speak. So that's how Friday went. So this move was on point, though we didn't react back to that, but we had 2 moves, retest back to this line there, which was a neckline, and then come with a sell, and it was a perfect trade. Congrats to everyone that took the trade right about there. If you didn't, no worries, we can always get more entries. So right about now I can delete all this. We have already used it, utilized it, so it doesn't have any more purpose. I can just delete it right now. Alright, so now we are here. We are waiting for this very move. This very move is still valid, so that's why I'm deleting this right about here. That is Crash 500. Let's now go to Boom 1000. So Boom 1000, let's look at Friday. This is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. So Friday, this we're here. Breakout there. Okay, this I did on Saturday, and clearly that happened. Yes, I think I shared on a Saturday this move. Let me see, what did I share? That and that. So I took that trade, took my stop loss right about there in profits, but look at how it continued. Remember, the analysis was it comes back to this OB. Those who remember why, let's go to H4. Let's remove history. That is the reason why. That was a support level right there. So we are looking at it coming back to that support level. It came back to it, had a fake breakout right about there, and then we started to go into buys. Why? Even once you see that CCI is confirming that, you know that you are on the right track right about there. So CCI is confirming that, but you have to remember, according to daily, so meaning all is in our favor, while we are currently weekly. We are also looking for buys, so we are now on the right track. H4 is oversold, just like how we wanted it to be, so that we can come in with a good buy entries. So what do we now do? We trade H1. We are going to trade H1. That is a breakout structure right there. I mean a check. That is a choke or a change of character, meaning we are looking at price probably coming back to that level. That is a good level right there. Yeah, that is a good level. We are looking at price coming back to this level, and once it comes back there, then we can anticipate an entry of the buy, either to get back there and then do this also, do that also, do that also, or to give you a continuation right about here, to continue with a buy. That also here is also another anticipation right about there. You have to understand this and be ready for anything. Why? Because H4 has to react, has to retest before it continues. So the retest is likely to be here on this OB or down below. So that's what we'll be waiting for before we make any entries of buys. So we have an opportunity to sell this asset. So how do we do that? According to M15, let's wait for it to reach a retracement level. We've seen a change of character right here, but we could wait for, unless if you have a big account, you can enter your sales and put your stop loss just around this level right here, just around that level. Unless, I'm saying unless if you have what? Unless if you have a big account, you can put your stop loss, you can just put your stop loss right there. But if you can't, you can wait for that pullback right there, and then you make your sell entries. But those sell entries, you must have another confirmation, probably on a lower time frame. If you don't have, then there will be risk, because you might see the pullback from all the way back to this level and continues to enter buys, because the general trend is a buy. Or else, the better thing to do right here is wait for when the retest is done and you enter your buys when you know that you have nothing. Your risk will be very small. Your risk exposure will be limited than and not that much than when you make the entry right here when you're not sure, or here when you're not sure. It's better you wait. Yes, of course, M15 is clearly telling just that it is overbought, meaning we should be looking for sales, and that's why we are seeing a change of character right here. But it doesn't mean that you have to make all entries whenever you see them. It does. Not all moves you should be in. You should be making entries. No. Trading doesn't work like that. You look at the possible, you look at the win rate of a trade and you follow that. If the win rate is high, then you make an entry. But if the win rate is a bit low, it doesn't deserve your entries or your position entries. Alright, I'm done with a boom 1000. Let's delete all this. It's no longer necessary. It has served us good. It has given us good money. We can now remove it. We can now remove it. Go to H4. Look at run still needed a bit. So H4, this one here. This one is also not needed. Edit. Alright, so that's it. That's what I'll be waiting for. I will leave it at H1 and we'll see how it will go. Let's now go to boom 500. Look at that. Oh man, wow, wow. I didn't even check on other assets. I was on to one asset the whole of since Saturday. So let's go to Friday. Let's look at Friday. So we were looking for this fake breakout, either to come to this or to that. It came to this actually here on Friday. This is Sunday, this is Saturday, this is Friday, yes. So it came to this level, to this OB right here, and then gave us a pull, then came retested it. So our entry was actually right about there. That is where we had a better say in the market. But even though even here you could have entered, because it was already showing us it is trading in sort of like a range. So you could have even still made your entry right about there because of the support and because of the support and the support trend line right there. Those two would have given you a better entry. Now, wow, that was a good entry right there. So let's now do what? Let me look at deleting some of these that I don't need, and now that I clear up this asset. This was, it actually followed this, not this, so this can be first deleted. This, it followed this one right here, so delete all that. It followed this. Now we can see a break of structure right about there. There is a break of structure right there. Delete this. I am using it. Delete. That is a break of structure right there. It has come back to that break of block. Delete this. Delete that. Delete that. And please delete that. Delete it. Delete these. All these should go. Delete that. Delete that. Right. So at least the chart is clear. I don't know why I have this line. Let me check on daily, or it is a daily one. We are looking for that according to daily, and then come in later. Let's go to weekly. Alright, so the buy is on according to daily time frame, and we are looking for that pullback. It is a pullback to mitigate liquidity all the way up there, and then later on come in with a sell, because according to weekly we're supposed to be looking for sells. So now we know what we are on to. Wow, what a move! What a move! What a move! So let's look at that. This started from, so we can delete this now, not necessary. We can now look at this move there has been done with. Can also delete it now. Now let's look at these points of interest right here. Let's look at that. It's long overdue to come all the way back here. I don't think it will come back here. I don't see it come back there. I don't see if it mitigated. This cannot also be important right now. So these are our points of interest. So for us to anticipate what is likely to come through, actually this is very on point. Why? Because that's because it is on 50% right there. Yes, of course this is in discount, but It's coming back to change of character, or not even change of character. It's coming back to that break of structure right there. So I don't see it come all the way here. Seeing it come right about here, and then continuing into the buy. So let's now go to lower time frame. Take it a bit. So first delete this. No, leave it that line there. So let's look at that. To see that there is a resistance level right about there. Touch that resistance level. It's another block right about there. Touch it. And that's why you see H4 being overbought. So it means we're going to see this. Let's look at H1. H1 is already selling, and it gave us an entry right about there. Not even an entry, that was a confirmation. And you can clearly see that on, I think, M30, or M30 is clear. Yeah, you can clearly see that right there on M30. So M15 is now overbought. M15 is now oversold. So it means M15 is going to give us this move right about there. Yeah, overbought. So it's going to give us that. If it gives us that, I mean, we can enter a sell later on H1 if it gives us that kind of move right about there. Yeah, that move will be going all the way there. That move will be going all the way there, all the way to that OB, and then we come in with that kind of buy sell. We come in with that kind of sell right about there. So right now, go to M15, wait for the confirmation to wait for this move. Actually, wait on H1, wait for this move right on this OB, right on that buy candle right there. That's where you're going to anticipate the sales from. If it doesn't happen, then you wait for another clear entry. For now, that's what I'll be looking at today. I'll be looking to trade this kind of move today. This other one will come in like the whole of between this week. The whole of this week, you may see this kind of move right here. You may see that. So for now, we wait for this move and trade it like that. If it has enough momentum, then we may see even reach all the way down below or there and gives us even a pullback that we want probably by tomorrow. But for now, let's go slowly with this video. That was Boom 500 for Volatility 25. Oneness, let's go all the way to that. Volatility 25, Oneness. Right, so Friday, let's look at Friday. This is Saturday, Friday. Oh yes, this one we made a loss. I took out a sales and then later came in with that sell that we needed right here. So this was a loss right there. A loss here. Loss there, mid-20s. So yeah, I made a loss right here. So today, but they are not still compared. You can see the losses I make compared to the wins I make. Look at that and look at the win right there. Look at that. So that's what I was trying to explain to you guys yesterday in the group. Those who are on the WhatsApp channel, I put something like that. It doesn't matter whether you are getting too many losses. If those too many losses are small losses, not huge losses, if you're just maybe you're losing a lot, your wins are small compared to your losses, but they are huge. Your wins are so huge. When you win once, you gain a lot than and that win can actually override all those too many small losses. Too many small losses. That's also another way to do it. But of course, you don't go to the market to look for losses. What happens is your risk management is what will give you a cutting edge. So if your risk management strategies are quite still not there, you will face trouble. So you need to work on your risk management. You know where you should exit if something doesn't go in your favor. You know that I'm looking at exiting from here if price goes against me, or I'm looking at taking my profits from here if it is giving me what I'm looking for. So clearly you can see now that even this win alone it caters for this loss, and even I remain with the balance. This win alone right here does the same. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the consistency in you always being above your losses. Your wins should always override your losses. And that's how you'll be consistent in the market, making money, and of course even withdrawing. So that's where the cutting edge comes in. So looking into that. So we had to talk about that for a bit. So now we know that we are consolidating. That's so clear right there. So what do? Let's first clear the chart. Right there. Remember that is a support level, I think, on day time frame. Let's clear all this. We used all this for quite some time. So delete all that. See the trend line. Delete it. Now let's first go to daily. Actually, weekly we are looking for sales. We came to this trend line and went back to retest that level, and that is a support level, a resistance level right about there. So we can also delete that. That is a resistance level right there. Clearly, we cannot see monthly. We don't have monthly. We can't. And the chart stops from there. Nothing I can do. I can't grab it any more than here. So the chart stops from there. So what do? We now go to daily and try to make sense of this that we have. So we clearly know that this is what we have. This is what you have right there, according to daily time frame. Let's try to make sense of it right there. If this is the case, go to H4, delete that, go to H4, delete this, and mitigate it. Excuse me. Good support right here, so we can pull it up. There is a support right there. This is a potential support level 2. Let's look for the one in H4. So that is H4 for us right there. So we know that we are overbought according to H4, and of course according to the time. So we should be looking for sales, that's for sure. And clearly we've just seen that we are in an expanding symmetrical triangle right there. So if that's the case, then we know that this price can go either way. But of course, looking at what we have right here, so looking at what we have right here from CCI, and of course even seeing on H4 what we have here, there it tells us that we know we are going to sell, and even we will see a breakout. We will see a breakout right here, not the other side, because of the current momentum. We will see a breakout right here, not the other side. We know that symmetrical triangles, the price can break either side. So we know now that we are going to look at selling it. But how are we going to sell this kind of market that is undecisive? How? We scroll down a bit, look at what we have, try to make sense of it. Let's try to do this right about. Not really. A bit tricky for us right here. It's a bit tricky for us. This is what? This is H1. So it's consolidating. Now, the best thing to do when market is consolidating is actually to leave it around until you see a breakout and we look at making the entry. I should remove this buy limit right here. Couldn't do that, so that I can enter and come back to the support. So if the market is doing something of sort, it's highly advisable not to make an entry. It's highly advisable not to make an entry, because anything can happen. This is in the consolidation. Of course, you can take advantage and keep trading it within the range right there, just like what you've seen on M30 right there, and M15. You know that it is likely to get back there. You know for sure. Why? Because it came back to this line. So you may take advantage right here. So how do we enter now this? If we are looking at M15, that was the level right there. So probably now that it has just touched the oversold level, see it's coming right here, back there, either to touch that line again, or to come here, and then you can make that entry. You know that you are trading within a range. This is what you'll be using, not anything else. So if you don't get this and it makes that again right here where it is, that is not a good entry. This is not enough pullback for me to make a decision, unless if it makes a pullback in such levels. So if it comes back to this fair value gap, then I can still take the trade, but not where it is. So I have two levels I can make this entry from. One here on this fair value gap, and another one right here. on that order block, the last order block right there. So those are the two levels I can make my buy entries from. So for now, that's what I'll be looking for according to M15 on this very asset. Just a minute. So now we head to volatility 75. This is a mess. This is a mess, but it did what we wanted. So let's look at. We wanted the buy. So the chart is a bit messy. Let me first clear it because of a lot of things I've been doing. Really confuse you right here. So first go to daily, shift this. That's what you wanted right about there. So we know that that move has started, which is okay for us. Then that is not necessary. This has served us well. Just leave it on H1 there. May use it. No. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Delete that. Wait. Go to H4. That is a resistance level right there. Okay. It's a resistance level right about there. So we know that when it's holding up according to H1, that's why we are seeing overbought right there because of that resistance. So what do? Are we going to anticipate a pullback? We will see about that. Clearly, that's how this price is going. That's how the price is going. That's an expanding rising wedge right there. But it has gone back inside. You have to know it has gone back inside there. The falling wedge right there. Remember, the structure is to give us that according to daily time frame. That is a confirmation right there that we are oversold and now we should be looking for buys here for it touched right there. But also you have to understand that you had a break of structure right about there. That was a break of structure right there. That was a break of structure. So according to it, weekly is a bit tricky for us because of the momentum of those candles right there. It is very hard to understand. If you go even the other side, it's quite compact. The candlesticks are quite compact. So I don't know why I'm using weekly on this asset. So that is a breakout structure right there. It means we are going to anticipate a pullback for us before we can actually look at entering this asset. So sales are on right there. Why? Because of the pullback that it needs to do. So it means market is going to respect this expanding rising wedge and it comes for that retracement before it continues to the buy. So once we understand that, according to daily what we've seen, go to H4. H4 hasn't touched oversold yet, but if it gives us this entry, this move right here, it's going to come again to that level. That will be that support level. So the aim is for this price to come back to this level right here. That's how we will make good long term. Those who love swinging, you can make your swing entry on this very level once it comes back to it on this very level. This is where a good swing trade will be based on. So now we know that, and we clearly see that price is below our 10 MA, which still confirms the sell on H4 and also confirms the sell that we are seeing on H1. The only problem is entry. Yeah, that's the only issue. So what do? You don't have an entry on H1. Yes, of course you have an entry on H4, because H4 you can enter if you have a big account and put your stop loss right about there or above that candlestick. But it is not, because price is below 10 MA, that would be possible for us because of what we are seeing on 10 MA. But you don't have to depend on 10 MA alone. So you need another conference to confirm if you can put your stop loss above that candlestick. So let's go to M30, look at what we have. Right, M15. Right. So this is going to come right here. Let's wait for it to come to that level. That's where we can make our choices from. So once it comes to this level on M15, it may give us this kind of pullback. Just that. It's losses, it's risks, so you just stay put. This is a big asset. You don't want to make any blunder with it. Although I love trading it whether on a small account, whether on a big account. Why? Because it gives me a lot size that I can even use on a $10 account. So that's why I love this 75. I can trade it on any account as long as it is. Even on a $5 account, you can trade this asset. Yeah. But when you know that you have a sniper entry on a $5 account, if you don't have a sniper entry, you may still face a drop. That is it. That is a plan. This is a plan of the trade that I'm going to look at for now. So it means I can make my buy entries right here according to M15. Remember, this will be according to M15. If I don't see an entry right here on M15, then I will not make an entry, because I already know that I'm selling on M30, I'm selling on H1, I'm selling on H4. That is for sure. This will be a retest according to the, so you need to understand why I'm looking for this sell. Of course, if it does that retracement, you can still enter. Why? This is the why. This is a change of character right there. This is a break of structure, a retest to the break of structure. This is a break of structure. Now it is looking for the retest right there. So either way, once it gives us that low after this retest, you can still make this sell entry to bring it here. But that will be too risky. It's too close. You rather wait for an entry right here to trade that pullback. Okay, I've talked a lot about this asset. So let's go to V50, look at what is happening. Yeah, clearly that is doing what I'm looking for. I want an entry right here. The first TP was hit. This was the TP right here. First put an end. This is V50 now. V50. So the first TP here was hit. This was the This was the one right here, and here you can see it hit it, and immediately after hitting the TP it started to sell. But then now you need to know can delete all this now. Delete that. This level was mitigated, so you can delete this also. Now it's coming for this. That's why I have my buy limit waiting. So I also am I missing right here. Let's go to another time frame. That is H4. This is daily. We are looking for buys. That's for sure. Weekly, it's more sales, but we can't sell before we see a retracement. We are coming from that support level, so that's for sure. So we are going to follow the trend, which is going to be a buy, and clearly H4 is still looking for sale. What? Okay, now this is weird. That's weird. That's why I need to make another analysis to understand this. All right, now this makes sense on H4. This makes sense. This makes sense on H4. This makes sense on H4. So may not be seen. This may actually, this is going to happen right about there, and we may even see a breakout according to H4. According to H4, we may even see a breakout. Remember, daily is a buy, is oversold already. Is oversold right there, but weekly is selling. Oh yes, it has reached that retracement level on CCI, so means we are going to follow daily. So if that's the case on daily, that means H4 has to first be oversold. So we know that it's coming all the way down below. But then we have this kind of move that brought us into that consolidation. So it's that very move that we will anticipate before we can proceed to look for buy entries. So for now, I have to first see something of sort, and that's why I have this very line right about there. That's why I have that cutting right there. So this very move is very important to first see according to H4. And now I've seen something significant. This is an M formation right here. Let me show it to you in line chart. That is an M right there, and you know, guys, that is an opportunity to make an entry right there. That was an opportunity. So right there was a good opportunity. You may enter. Those who don't normally love putting stop losses, you can enter and look at what you aim for. You aim for this level. That would be like a short trade. You aim for that level even longer. But clearly it will be coming right there. Yeah, that's for sure, because it has to give you this very exact left leg. The right leg should be also giving you that almost same distance, even beyond it. So that is for sure, but I'm not going to follow that as of now because it has just reached 10 MA. That's an entry. That's an entry right there. That's an entry to continue selling. And this was the retest right here according to CCI. Why not enter? It's an entry right there. That's an entry right there. I'm just going to put a stop loss right about there, and I'll be looking for like a 1 to 2 actually. This will be my TP right there. This will be my TP right there. Yeah, that will be my TP. That will be my TP. In fact, reduce on my risk exposure. Let me just put it above my 10 MA. I've been looking for this all the way right here. The reason I've decided to enter in between, that I know I don't normally do this, is because one, because of the M formation. Two, is because I've seen that H4 has gone to that retracement level on CCI. That was a retracement level. Remember, it hasn't touched oversold yet. Right there, it hasn't touched that level. So this was like a pullback. So if it hasn't touched, then it has to come and touch that oversold. So that's the trade we'll be looking at, entering right there, from there to there. You know, that's the reason why I've decided to make that entry right there. So if it goes against me, I will be okay with that, because I've done it knowing, and that's how I've put my stop loss, and I'm not entering any more trades. I'll just make one entry there. It will be enough. That is V50. Now let's head over to jump 25. We jump 25. Jump 25. So for jump 25, clearly I told you that once we saw this was on M30, and I think it was on M30. So let me drag this. I show you. Remember, I told you that having seen this level there and this one here, I told you we are going to keep seeing this kind of move until we break out the continuing with the buy. And exactly that's what happened. Came here, put us back there, it came back to this level, gave us a fake breakout right here, only to give us something that we would have actually capitalized on. That was a change of character to show us that the momentum for buy has come. That was very clear right here. Breakout there, retest, and look at that, it didn't look back again. So that is how this trade was very, very good. So I don't know if anyone made such entries, but yeah, we analyzed that, and the analysis was on point. So those who normally follow the analysis and actually make entries, congrats to you. So let me see, did I make an entry? Yes, I did. On Friday, I made that sell, took profit, but then the buy, when it came to this support, the buy didn't come to it. That's where it gave me that fake breakout. So it took my money there, almost half of what I had made. Yeah, like half of what I had made at first. But it's okay, as long as the balance gave me, I balanced out and I was not in a loss on that day in this asset. So the other entry was there. That was where we're supposed to get another entry. But those who know double bottoms, this was a better entry right here. Double bottom, that was a better entry to wait for and make the entry right there. So that was another entry right there for us. So for now, let's look at today. So all these have already been reached. This TP level has been reached. This is not necessary anymore. Let's now go to daily. Perfect. So we are looking for that move right about there. So go to H4. We are looking for the move to reach there. We've missed an entry right here. Let's go to H1. Look at it better. Yeah, that was a good entry. We've missed it. And clearly we have now a breakout structure right there. We have a breakout structure right there. So if you have a break of structure, then this may be a point of interest right here for price to pull back to at a later stage, and then we can make another entry. We can make another entry to continue buying it. Of course, CCI is showing us that it is overbought. We need to look into sales, but clearly the trend is still going on. Price has to come to that level right about there. Price has to come to there. Probably that's where we may start to anticipate some sales. But before we see that, we are still looking for that pullback according to daily time frame. That pullback there, that's probably where we'll see some selling starting from. So for now, we go back to H1 and wait for the pullback. Wait for this kind of pullback right there. Wait for that kind of pullback and you make your buy entry later on. But if it makes that pullback and breaks this level, that would mean that it's going to be a shift, because clearly here you are now getting a change of a break of structure right there. That is a break of structure right there. Remember, we are looking for this very move right here. That is the move that we are looking for. That's the move right there. So for now, if we don't reach that level, then and if we see a breakout, then we know that we are going to continue selling, because clearly CCI on daily shows we are oversold, overbought, and of course H4 we are still looking for sales, just like we see according to CCI. H1 is also overbought, and that's why the sales are very, very important. And of course, going to M15, M15 is also looking for that. It's so almost showing us the same thing as H1. M30, the same thing. So all we can do is wait for this pullback. That's all we can do. Yeah, I think I've talked a lot of this asset. I'll leave it at H1. I'll leave it at H1 to see if this kind of move will come through, and then we make our entry. Lastly, that is jump 10. Look at jump 10. We was looking for that pullback right there before we sell it, and this pullback was according to weekly time frame. But then, no, we already had that pullback. This was the pullback right there. So it means I had missed that level right there. That is a pullback. So there is no need for waiting for that pullback again. So if that's the case, then into sales, daily time frame is oversold. H4 is into sales. So weird. H1 is oversold, looking for buys, and clearly that is like some sort of a double bottom. M30 is into sales, M15 is into sell. This is so weird. Okay, let's start afresh. Start afresh from weekly. Let's look at price action. Just a minute. Alright, so let's look at this weekly. We have that. Not really. Okay, right. So that is weekly right there. So daily, look at daily. So daily, let's delete that. Let's look at that was the pullback there. And sales come in, record structure, test it, continue selling, test what it is here, never happened. So we can delete it. Can delete that also, and that, and that. So that was structural content, that was using content. So let's delete all those. So now we later see a breakout right here. We see a breakout structure according to daily right here, and we see that that trend line according to H, according to weekly, has been broken. It's continuing into sales. So the only trend lines I see right here are these. This is what I see there. And if this is the case right here, only problem is I'm not seeing that this trend line is not giving me what I need. Can't trade like that. It can't. Actually, it can, I think. I can. Oh, this was fake. Because this high gave me that low. Kept here, got a high, got a low. We tested, did go back in, and then we saw a breakout. We saw a retest right here. Yeah, this would be something that I can work with according to what I'm looking for. So this would be a rising wedge. So if that's the case now, all this was just fake breakout to just tease us right here. That's what was happening. This is the right high and low right here. Yeah, and we had a lower high right there, gave us this. So now at least I'm at peace with what I was looking for. Yeah, that is now what I was looking for. So for now, all I see is this move right there. That is the first move. That is a first move right there. Let me just put it a bit there. Then there is also this kind of move right there. And there is also that one there. So it clearly tells us that sales are still on, and we have a breakout structure or a breakout from the chart pattern or from the range right about there. So it means we saw a breakout right here according to weekly. That means there will be a necessity of this pullback, probably back there. But if you go to daily, you may get another pullback, which is back here, which will be back here right there. So according to daily, we may see this kind of move right about there, and that move, if it is on daily, it means we can see some significant buy trend on H4 and probably on even other assets. So clearly that is a channel right there. That is a channel right there. You are looking at trading channels. That is a channel right there. Go to H1, it will be clear right there. So it means we are going to see a breakout, and this breakout is going to take us. In fact, I can enter from where I am. The reason why I can enter is this account. I can enter from H1, or I can wait for H4. I mean, I can wait on M15, but I don't want to wait, so I make my entry right here. I know it will first get me into 14 loss, but then later on it will be in profit. Later on it will be in profit. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my stop loss, put it just a bit there, and now wait for another entry if it reacts to this OB right here. If it comes back and reacts to this OB right here, this candle, yeah, that's when I can make another entry. But for now, I've entered my buy right about there, and I'll be looking for the profit all the way around that level, just there. So that is trading that kind of asset. Remember that pullback is according to daily, so it may take some days, but you have TP levels according to H4. First TP, second TP right there, second TP right there, second TP right there, and then the other one I've gone for is a third TP, which may take some days. Or if that kind of buy has enough momentum, then it can even take 1 day, just like it did here. Just like it did here, from all the way there to here. That was 1 day. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yeah. From there to that is 1 day. There. 1 day. So that same move is it is even bigger than that. So it all depends on the momentum of the trend. If this retest buy is having enough momentum, it can reach that level even in a day. All right, so that's now clear for me there. Now let's do the recap and call it a day. Today we started late, but allow me to finish up with the retest now, and we call it a day. So we started with crash 500. And like I told you, I was already in a buy. The buy entry I entered last night, and that's what we're looking at. Yeah, to reach that level. So this hasn't made a pullback to reach this level. I'm in profits. I've put my stop loss in profits already, so that I secure or I reduce on the risk exposure, because there is a possibility of price still looking to come back for that level right there. So that's why I had to move my stop loss into profits. Now the pullback that we wanted to reach here, it hasn't happened, but clearly we got a pullback probably on the M15. Is it enough for us to enter? That's the question right there. I'm not convinced. So go to M5. Not really. I'm not convinced at all. So I want to make an entry on this asset for now. Boom 500. Yes, it has done it. So we don't have to wait for anything. According to M15, it is oversold. but we are looking for selling this. So all I can do now, I can enter my sell right there, and I'll put my stop loss just above that there. If it comes back, then it will take me out. If it comes back, now according to H1, I'll be looking at selling it all the way there, and that's how I will make that money today. That is boom 500. Volatility 25. It has reached this level, but is it enough for us to make an entry? Let's wait and see. In Millennium 15 it has reached, so oh yes, we can actually make our entry for the buy. Can actually make our entry for the buy after reaching that fair value gap. After reaching that fair value gap, we surely can. We surely can. Yeah, I'm going to make my entry right here, one entry, and I'll just give it 0.05. One entry right there, and then the other one, if I'm not going to put a stop loss now, that means I'm going to monitor this. If it comes all the way here, I'll make another entry, but if it doesn't, then this will take me all the way up. This will take me all the way up, and I'll be looking for this kind of profit right about there. V375. V75 hasn't reached here, but like I told you, the pullback there can give you an entry to sell it all the way back to the trend line. But I'm not ready to make that entry for me, so I will not make it. It hasn't reached oversold again, but it had already reached, so it's all about us to make the decision right there. For now, I'm not making that entry, but clearly there's a possibility that it's not going to exceed this level right here. There's a possibility. V50, I entered the sell, and the sell is now in profits, but we are looking at it continuing all the way down below. That's for sure. That's what we are looking at. And jump 25, that one is still going on. I'm skeptical about it. If it gives me this, I may enter the buy, but for now, no entry at all. It's a no-go. Jump 10, I've just entered a buy. I'm looking at buying it all the way up there. I think that's it for us today. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Sorry, I even forgot to look at those who joined me today, but hopefully you guys had a good time, and those who are still on, I know today we will make some good money. If I'm going to be engaged, so I may not do the follow-up, but you guys can always come back to this video, to this session, and check out and make your follow-ups properly to get enough entry, to get proper entries and exits for the trades that you are willing to make. Please be reminded, not all assets that we analyze here that you should trade all of them in a day. You can choose to trade one or two assets, or you can choose to trade one asset per day. If it is giving you an entry and you've been following all of them, and you see one that gives you an entry, you enter it, but not entering all assets that we are making, right? Because one thing will be sure, that one may give you money, then the other may take what you've already made. So you need to be very, very keen on how you plan your trades, on how you plan your trading in general. Otherwise, I want to wish you a good week. Let's start in red group, and of course I'll be sharing, if I'm not engaged, I'll be sharing in the channel the results, sharing the signals until I make up my mind to make a VIP signal group, a VIP signal platform. I've gotten several people asking me about the VIP signal platform, where people will be paying monthly fee. It will not be much, it will be 15, but I'm still skeptical about it. I'm still looking for where I'm going to do it. But yeah, I've gotten several people asking me about that, the VIP signal platform. So I'm still praying about it and see how I can make it come to life. But for now, the signals are free right here on this very platform, YouTube Live, and of course even on our WhatsApp channel. The ones I'm able always to share. Some I'm not able to share. Sometimes I just enter and I be engaged not to share to the channel. But those that I share, you guys who have taken advantage of them, congrats, and keep it up, and let's move from this level to another level together. Otherwise, have a good day. Happy trading. See you guys soon. Tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30.